You want to do it?
Perfect. There you go.
Everybody despises the villain, but never take accountability for creating the villain.
What up, man? What's going on? Listen, man, Brother Jew had to take care of some business right quick, so we ain't got the heavy hitters on tonight, but we got tonight for you guys. We have the Angry Birds edition on this Wednesday night. Hey, this is an impromptu show, man. We got to bring it to you live in effect. Got me, the therapist ATL, always. Hey, you got resident nose tackle to my right, Big Ant.
You already know. Bench Bob up in this thing.
And right below him, we got Big Will. Hey, man, that is Transport Porter Extraordinaire. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all better find out. Big Will, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Angry Birds, man. Angry Bird. Give me some blocks to knock down.
And right below us, this man needs no introduction, man. This is one-on-one with the great one. Y'all heard him earlier today. He gave you the rant of your life. We call him Mad Mike, but y'all know him as the mad scientist. Mad Mike, what's going on, man?
I am not sorry, so don't look for no damn apology.
Oh, man. Listen.
Hey, I got my nap in today, shit. I might can go for another damn rant.
Uh-oh. Charge his batteries. Y'all better watch out.
Hey, look. This is what we do. Now, since this is the Angry Bird show, this is kind of off script, something like we like to hit y'all in the gut with. We got some stuff to get off our chest. Like Mike said earlier in his rant, you know what I'm saying? We are unapologetically the villains. And for all of y'all that's out there in YouTube land, Big Ant, ask me, what's in your cup?
Oh, you already know. I got that good old red Kool-Aid in my cup.
Yeah. But
so good.
Before we get started and everything, we want to do proper introduction. Hey, man, let's go ahead, give a shout out to the people in the chat. We got, man, pole position, man. We got Wild Jamal. What's up, man? We got Sherman Wood. We got Miss Pamela Johnson. We got Joseph Thornton. What up? Brian Peoples, Bubba Gump, Nicholas Dixon. Thank you guys for tuning in. JB, what's going on? He said, let's go. We got Feisty Falcon fan, what's going on, man? Pat Norris, Smooth 78, Tab Sports and Gaming, J Diaz, Devon, what up, bro? ATL Leo, John St. Clair, glad you could make it on. Dan Burst, and we got Michael Walker, not that Michael Walker, but you guys coming up. We got one more. We got Game Bread Monk. What's going on, man? And Ghost Peppers. We're going to jump right into the topic. We ain't going to hold you guys. Now, earlier today, I don't know if you guys checked them out. You might or might not. But we got some more trash talking from the media. Happened to be in the form of one Colin Cowherd. And if you guys know, y'all probably have seen it. We happen to have the schedule that's coming out for, the NFL is expanded into, other countries or whatnot. You know us from playing in London and everything. So the schedule happened to come out. The Falcons are going to end up playing, Jacksonville Jaguars, week number 4 in London. So he decided to come on his show and give his take on, the NFL teams and, how he feels they're going to stack up. So apparently, basically, we the punching bag of the NFL. I mean, Colin proceeds to go down and, hey, Jacksonville versus Atlanta, that should be an easy win. Then he goes on to say his new beloved Jets with Aaron Rodgers, that should be a warm up. We should be a warm up for him. Now, if y'all don't know, and if y'all haven't looked at the herd, this man right here, anybody outside of Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and what used to be Brady, if it ain't them three, he ain't talking about nothing. Everybody else don't matter. But this is the same guy we talked about the other day that did not know how many wins the Falcons had last season, and his co-host had to tell him. So my question to the panel is, which is it? Do we have an easy schedule? Or are we the punching bag in the league? Make your mind up. So I'm going to go to Big Ant on this one first, man. Give me your thoughts on that question, bro.
Look, bro. He's a thumb popper, bro. Like we know this. We know this, man. Like, bro. So you mean to tell me that last year and the year before we've been in countless one-score games? Even last year, our defense was one of the best in the second half of games. And you mean to tell me that we cannot beat a Jacksonville team that just 2 years ago didn't make the playoffs, might I add, just like us? We've revamped this defense from top to bottom, but we can't beat this team? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna need for him to go sit back down, bro. Go on to New York and go hop on the pole for your beloved quarterback, because obviously that's what you're doing.
Big Will, let me get your take on that, because I know you had something interesting to say earlier today when we was talking. So yeah, let the people know your thoughts, man.
Yeah, man, they sleeping on us, bro. They sleeping. Let them keep sleeping. I'm gonna wake them up in February. I told y'all. I'm gonna wake them up in February.
Yeah.
And man, like, bro, it's just, you can tell these dudes ain't watching no film, bro. They're not watching no film. Every year we have these teams that be at the bottom of the league from the year before. Then the next year they end up in the playoff.
Right.
The league changed. This ain't college football, bro. The league changed every year, bro. Ain't nothing guaranteed. Ain't nothing guaranteed out here. You got to come coach, bro. You got to coach, and you got to come and perfect your craft up here. That's what you do in the NFL, man. It's about coaching, and it's about critiquing your craft. Point blank, bro.
Yeah, and before we get to this comment, man, I want to get Mad Mike's take on this, because we have been speaking extensively on the media's bias against this team this whole season, when teams are crowning players who have yet to even see the field. So Mad Mike, man, give us your thoughts on this foolery, man.
Okay.
Derek Colin and got Mike.
Nah, I'm hold on.
I think Mike was multitasking over there, trying to get some stuff out. Well, all right, look, until Mike come back, I want to get this right here from Andrew G. Andrew G said, I can't wait till week 1. Gonna love watching the Falcons sack Bryce Young a few times. I mean, Andrew G, yeah, man, I agree with you. I know for right now they say that they're gonna have Andy Dalton starting, and I mean, I guess they're gonna try to do like what we did with Mariota, see how Andy pans out during the season, and I guess if he don't pan out, they're gonna start Bryce Young. But if they happen to start Bryce Young, heaven help that boy. Heaven help him. I mean, even based on his college tapes, man, I just don't see him. I don't see him being ready yet. I don't think he's fully ready yet. And I mean, it's a wise decision on their part to let him sit.
You know, I like to be prepared when I speak on such things. Okay, so I wanna say this: the Jaguars defense, 35 sacks, did a pretty good job getting sacks. I think we can all say that. 35 sacks, close to 40. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Colin Cowherd said it was an easy win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That's what I want to address. An easy win. Well, no team in the NFL had an easy win except for the Cincinnati Bengals. That was an easy win because we had damn near 4 of our corners out. That's why that was an easy win. So these are the reasons why I say that Colin Cowherd, Colin Cowshit, Colleen, stick your head up a dragon's ass. A horny dragon, okay? I'm talking about horns and thorns and all that type of shit. He need to stick it up straight up there. Because if you knew what the fuck you were talking about, you wouldn't say it was an easy win with the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, the past 2 years, are one of the only teams. It's about 5 teams in the last 2 years under the tutelage of Arthur Smith, where teams have had double digit. They have been in double digit. Let me say this again. They've been in double digit games where there's one possession. That means 10 games per year. Double digit. At the very least. So there hasn't been an easy win for teams when it comes down to Atlanta. This ain't Mad Mike making this up. This ain't Mad Mike pulling something out of his ass like all the other content creators be doing. Pulling bullshit out of their ass with no facts. They just be talking about what they think. No, we talk about what I know for sure. This is a fact. The Falcons have been in almost every single game, and including the team that everybody thought they was going to go to the Super Bowl and blow everybody out in San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, Falcons handled them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said that was luck. They said that was luck too. So when we talk about the Atlanta Falcons and easy wins, these are the words that I stick to and I listen to. Because there's no such thing as an easy win when it comes down to Atlanta. Furthermore, the Jacksonville Jaguars, even with that pretty good secondary, these guys will rank 26 in pass. Yeah, 26 in pass.
You don't say.
So who the fuck is going, for one, if it's an easy win, who the fuck is going to contain Kyle Pitts? I'll wait. Who's going to contain Drake London? I'll wait. Somebody tell me that. So this is why I like to talk about facts. This is why people don't want to have conversations with this crew over here. Because we don't do feelings. We don't do emotions. We don't do Las Vegas numbers. Okay? Nope. This ain't the mafia. This ain't the casino. All right? This ain't Robert De Niro putting a scam on people. This ain't none of that. And shout out to Robert De Niro, 79 years old, still popping them pussies. I mean, God damn it. I ain't mean to say that. But he's 79 years old, still popping that thing. All right? That slipped out. I ain't mean to say that. But it slipped out. But still shout out to Robert De Niro. But
what was y'all doing?
But this is the reason why we say y'all got to listen to what they say. They say this stuff, man. Like he didn't even, bro, don't even know what he talking about. How the hell you don't even know what team you're making you're making content on said team and don't even know how many wins they have. Hmm?
Mike, I'm glad you said that, bro. I'm glad you said that because let's roll this back for a minute. First of all, number one, the last time, and correct me if I'm wrong, if memory serves correct, the last time we played the Jets overseas, we beat them, even with a player that decided he wanted to not to play no more. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Okay. Number two, Mike, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are making a prediction on week 4 of a team, isn't that around the time where your team begins to have some semblance of chemistry? So usually by week 4, because we got 3 preseason games, people, 3 preseason games, and then we got the first 4 games. So that's 7 games where your quarterback, your starting quarterback, and the offensive line have had time to gel. Okay, so by game 4, you kind of got some semblance of what this team is going to do and who is ready to play and who ain't. So you mean to tell me with that Jacksonville Jaguars team that Mike spoke about, you mean to tell me by week 4, you sure that they just gonna walk in here and walk a mud hole in these Falcons with this roster?
But check this out, Warren. They ain't believe us in 2016 either.
No, they didn't.
They had
Great
a ring.
point.
Nobody picked the Falcons to make the playoffs, bro. Period.
Great point. That's a great point, Will.
But we made it all the way to the Super Bowl. We had the Super Bowl. We gave that away. The Patriots ain't took nothing. We gave that away. Let's be clear on that. We're going to rip that scab off. We gave it away. But ain't nobody pick us to go no playoff, let alone Super Bowl, bro. Last year, they picked us to win 2 games before the season even started. They seen how we played in the preseason. They pushed it up to 5. Nobody expect them boys to win 7 games with a bull crap roster. Now we got talent. You get Arthur Smith talent? What you think this man finna do?
Big boy, not to cut you off. My apologies, brother. But I see we got a Skanks fan in the comment section. Y'all handle my light work, please.
Look, man,
ain't nobody. Y'all ain't even in the conversation in the NFC South.
He a little wet. He's a little wet. He needs somebody to massage that little thing down there.
That's what that is. He done pulled that thong to the side and lifted up that skirt.
Yeah, just pulled it to the side. He pulled it to the side. We need somebody to touch it.
Since we got some goons in
bring it, babe. Touch it, brother. That's what it is.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead and handle our light work, please. You know, we gonna get back to grown folk stuff. So as you were saying, Big Will, before we was interrupted by the thong popper, they've been that.
You know the difference between us and the Saints?
What's that?
We didn't have no hurricane come through and give us a Super Bowl.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna tell you the truth what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all was gifted that Super Bowl, my guy. We're gonna be real with it. We're gonna be real. We're gonna be real with it.
So you mean to tell me Mother Nature gave them that they Lombardi?
The Lord Jesus Christ gave them the Lombardi. It was too much going on. You know what I mean? It was too much going on, man. He felt sorry for it. There was a lot going on, bro.
I hope y'all paid y'all.
They needed something, bro.
I hope y'all paid y'all tithes. Because the way that team looking right now, look like y'all skimped on a couple of payments. But that's neither here nor there.
The whole team about to get repossessed.
Like I said, I want them to keep sleeping on us. Please keep sleeping.
Please do
it, please. Yeah. I want to hear all this crow chopping once the season over. I want to hear all that crow chopping. How you like your crow?
But wait. Let's go ahead and hit this $1.99 from Brian Peoples, man. Appreciate you tuning in, man. He said, who cares about them brown paper bag boys?
There you go, Juan. There you go.
French cuckoo, good God almighty.
Hey, Mike, and what they say, cuckoo got screwed.
Don't
Got
stop you.
screwed.
Don't
Hey,
stop you.
Brian Peoples, man. Look, I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Like, I mean, at this point in time, it's laughable. Y'all ain't even in the conversation. Like, really, ain't nobody even talking about y'all. So, yeah, you know what I mean? But we get it. We get it. Y'all want to say me. So the only way y'all can be seen, in the media, y'all got to get on them polls and, work that thing out. But we appreciate you, though. People entertained by the little color thongs y'all got, the little gold thongs with the little black ruffles. We understand.
Even if them toes looking ugly.
They actually got us set at 8.5. They got Saints at 9.5, us at 8.5.
Yeah. Get your
Mr.
facts
Prince,
straight, sir.
We're gonna have to go
Please
and get them facts straight, sir.
9.5, right? Okay, so they got y'all set at 9.5 excuses. I love it. I love it. 9.5 excuses. Mark
Well,
that down, Mike. They got
let me
the same.
I
Let's
got
go
some
back
breaking
again and
news.
say we don't care about the what they got us, what they predicting who win the South or whatever. They never right. So just go on to correct that. Go ahead, Mike. My bad.
Got some breaking news, man. And it's kind of just a slight change of subject, but it's kind of the reason why the Falcons also stayed away from Jalen Carter. According to several sources, Pro Football Talk, that Jalen Carter is facing a lawsuit stemming from that car crash. Georgia teammate Devin Whitlock. Well, Whitlock's father is seeking $40 million, right, against the school, Carter, and others that staged wrongful death, negligent hiring, and negligence. So this is one of the reasons why the Atlanta Falcons stayed away from that situation. So it had nothing to do necessarily with his skill set. This is something that only a few organizations want to be a part of. And like this could really get ugly. And this is one of the reasons why I stated earlier. We had a heated debate. People thought I was tripping when I said, man, this dude just need to lay low.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to lay low. Because this is the reason why. These people are about to beat on his neck. So again, Jalen Carter is facing his father, Devin Whitlock's father, Dave Whitlock Sr. He's seeking $40 million in a case filed against the University of Georgia, Carter, and others who were involved in that incident. He feels it's wrongful death and negligence.
Oh, okay. Well, he ain't gonna get 40, but they'll settle something.
See,
Get 40 though.
and see what Mike is telling y'all. What y'all got to understand is this, and we've seen this before with the guy that shall not be named or whatnot. That's on the Browns. What you got to understand is this: psychologically, you already are shook mentally based on the fact that we had this conversation, and I coined the term that got away. That's how they looking at it. That got away. You fill in the blank. But at the same time, even though you may not be convicted from a criminal standpoint, there's always a civil backlash that happens right behind that. And in Georgia, this is a state where they don't mind suing you for little or nothing. And what Philly has to understand, he's in a better position as far as having the support from his teammates, but that's going to drastically affect his play because now that's in the back part of his mind, even when he's on the field. And what do we say about football? It's 80% mental. So if 80% is 100% of your focus, you already at 50% coming on the field with this movement because they're looking at him like they looked at the guy who shall not be named. When they see a big payday because you're in the NFL now, so they know automatically you a cash cow. So if he had not gotten drafted, then this thing wouldn't have probably gone this far because they was like, well, it's only so much money we can get from him. Now them lawyers is like, oh, this man about to get paid. He gets signed to Philly, and the further Philly get in the season, the more money they're going to be looking at him to make. So now they like, okay, let's go ahead and get our money. It ain't right, but that's the way stuff happened. And that's why Mike said earlier, when you get to that point, if you get beyond that, or what they say they consider you getting away, even though you may not have done it, the society looks at you as you got away with something, bro.
Somebody has to pay. At the end of the day, they treat it like the mafia. You know how the mafia, they don't care who was directly involved. You probably may not ever get the guy who was directly involved in said incident, but how they take down the organization or take down said person, they start looking at every little person around it. And this is why I said earlier, it's not about whether or not you feel as though you have an obligation or you have the right to be able to say whatever you feel or do whatever you feel. It's about, at some point in time, you got to understand that people are going to be after you, and they are willing to do any and everything to make sure you look like an absolute guilty and you know, like that just call it what it is. They're gonna make sure you look like a criminal, even if you had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Somebody going down for it.
Yeah, and that's why I feel it was the best place for him. He can lean on his brother. If they going through that problem, they can go through it together. He can lean on his brother, got somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So
they got enough camaraderie between them to keep this man focused. Because right about now, he, in his mind, it ain't looking good. In his mind, he's like, dang, I gotta go through. I done went from one hoop to another hoop. And he ain't played not one snap. Not one.
What we got to understand, though, the Falcons do their due diligence. They interview these players. They go see these players. They ask coaches. If you talk to Terry Fontenot, he say he go ask the janitor about these players. Just to see what these dudes like outside of football. You feel what I'm saying? See what his demeanor is about. We got to trust these guys to do their job. They go about doing what they supposed to be doing. They ain't never say they gonna draft everybody from the University of Georgia. We will never have a good team. We will never have a good team, bro. Because we missing out on the talent across the, you know what I'm saying, across the United States, bro. There's a lot of talent out there, not in just Georgia.
Look,
go ahead, Big Ed, and then I'm gonna go after you because I want to add to what Will said.
Yeah, I was just about to do that. Like Will saying, I stated this in the last show. They never came out and said that they're gonna draft anybody from the University of Georgia. But they did come out and say they're gonna draft. They're gonna do their due diligence, and they're gonna draft players from cities around Atlanta and in Georgia. Period. That's exactly what they said.
Gone are the days where where the Falcons will be drafting players out of popularity, and gone are the days where we're gonna be drafting players just because they have a specific skill set and overlook everything else. This ain't the Dimitrov era, because part of this culture change is making sure that your players are reputable on and off the field. Not saying that he's not, but he's not in a reputable situation right now. And if they're going to change the culture, they're trying to change the culture and the image of the players, sort of like the Patriot way. The Patriots have a certain type of player that they want on their team to fit their system. And they're not about to bend, break, or fold for anybody who, to us, visually, got that go. Got that, he a dog. Yeah, he a dog, but you know what I'm saying? What transpires off the field transpires in the locker room. And I hate to say it, from a business standpoint, at this point in time right now, as far as the Falcons are concerned, Jalen Carter is bad for business. It's no other way I can say it. If you listen to the interviews they talked about with Bijan Robinson, they're trying to have it to where they can market their players to the media. Not get popular ones, market the players they got to the media. So y'all gotta, that's what we say when it's the intangibles is bigger than just football. They trying to change the whole culture of this landscape so that the fans understand that this is a team of not only violence, ferocity on the field, but character off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't went through the stuff with Vic, we didn't went through the stuff with Ridley, we didn't went through the years. It's been a plethora of players that's come through this organization that have done dumb stuff. Now, am I saying everybody's perfect? Nope. But right about now, where they at right now, they're on the cusp of changing everybody from the media to these content creators to these fans. They're changing everything. So they're not about to backtrack now. And that's what Mike said in his rant. They're bucking the NFL because they're going against the narrative. And sometimes you got to do what's best for the organization. And Tony Wright here said the San Francisco 49ers are the exact same way. They will not draft players that don't have character. And I mean, like I said, everybody make mistakes, but, you know, we talked about this. When you get into a certain position, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're doing content creating, if you out there in the media, if you're doing movies or whatever, you have to carry yourself in a certain type of way, even though you don't want to.
There's a thing, and I'm big on mafia, so I watch a lot of mafia movies. I love a lot of mob movies, and I go and Sammy Gravano is one of those guys that I listen to, reformed gangster himself, and one of the things that he teaches is that it's all about that code.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about that code. There's a code of ethics. There's a hierarchy that you have to go through in order to get certain things done. You can't just go out of your way to do things and say things. If you say things against someone that has experience and somebody who, you know, has not only experience, but these guys are recognized of the best of the best, you're going to get dealt with. Going to get dealt with real quick. Why am I saying this? Well, this is where the Atlanta Falcons are running things. One of the things that really plagued this Atlanta Falcons team is that we didn't have a true leader. This is why the Falcons failed. Because the true leader of the team was away doing his thing, building the bins. The true leader of this organization. Now, I have a video that I'm going to be posting real soon, and I want you guys to really focus on when that pick is announced by the Atlanta Falcons with Bijan Robinson. Terry Fontenot he picked up the phone, and the camera cut to a person. The camera cut to a person, and that person looked at Terry's like, okay, are you going to do what I do? So there is a hierarchy in this Atlanta Falcons. It's Arthur. It's Rich McKay. It's Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith. But there's a hierarchy. If you don't buy into quote unquote La Costa Nostra, guess what? You out of here. You're gonna get dealt with accordingly. So this is why we don't need guys like a Jalen Carter who got other shit. If he got beef with another person, another crew, or some outside interference, he coming there hot. Guess what? Everybody gonna feel the heat. We're gonna see guys like D-Leg gonna try to, all right, Jalen, what about this? What about this and what about that? Can you answer these questions? Do you know D-Leg would love to have Jalen Carter here in Atlanta? Because the media drive, they lives off negativity. They live off being able to destroy the image of any person, whether it's Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Jalen Carter, it don't matter. They love negativity so they can sell. They did the same thing with it was a while back with another defensive guy. And we signed him a while back. His name escapes me right now, but he was dealing with a potential pedophilia case. Falcons dropped him so fast. He ended up being innocent, but the Falcons dropped him so fast. So I'm saying all this to say this. You got to buy into the system, bro. This organization been run like a mafia. Either you in or you not. Either you come in clean or you not. Either you have a certain type of mentality or you don't. There's no in between. You gonna buy it or not. So at the end of the day, this is one of the Jonathan Mingo. That's his name.
Yeah. I remember that. That was terrible.
You not coming into look. We're not wasting any more energy on people who gonna look for the cash first, who gonna run their mouth to the media. They ass is out of here. We hit Tack so quick, bro. When he went on Twitter and started trying to call out coaches, man, they hit Tack so quick with that damn release paper. These boys are not playing these games, bro.
No, because you got to think Arthur Blank had to live through
Barcavius, my bad.
Yeah, he had to live through two. He had to live through one scandal, two money issues. Okay, back to back. And after that $66 million, we told you that Julio walked out on and then just got on air and just decided he was just gonna tell the Falcons "F you." That was the end of that, bro.
You should have the NFL. You should have hit NFL. Have been treating Julio ever since he did that, though, didn't he?
Yeah, like
he ain't never played the game. It's like Julio ain't never been a GOAT. He never been one of the greatest players of all time since he did that. Nope. Again, this is what I'm talking about. This organization is run like the mafia. When you start speaking ill of Arthur Blank and you start running your mouth about Arthur Blank in this organization, look, you never see these guys ever again, bro.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. One of the reasons why Ridley is on the Jacksonville Jaguars right now is because when Ridley finally surfaced, he made a formal apology, and he through the whole time, even when he was making his slight remarks to the fans, through the whole time, you never heard him really badmouth the Falcons. He never badmouthed the Falcons.
Yeah, he knew better. He knew better. He knew better. I got you, OD. But he knew better.
Yeah. They have been this team has been the scrutiny for the last 40 some odd years. And they finally got an opportunity to put everything in a perspective where people like K-Star said, you gonna love them. And the last thing Arthur Blank trying to deal with right now is bad publicity. Marcus Mariota, I hate to tell y'all, is the ceiling for the foolishness. It's gonna go no higher than that.
You saw how fast they got rid of his ass when he decided, oh, my knee hurts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how fast these boys don't play no games, man. These boys do not play any games. And like I said, it's either you're gonna buy into the system or you're going after guys with high character. These guys are very good in the community and they represent this organization the right way. Like I said, every organization, and that's why I was talking about the mafia, man. Like they got codes and ethics. You got to do things. You got to play by the rules. And soon as you get out of line, bro, you might go into a room. You'll never see that person again. It's the same thing. And I hate to say it like this, but this is one of the main reasons why Matt Ryan career pretty much hasn't gotten. He hasn't been anything outside of that. It's like as soon as he left the Falcons, you saw what happened to him. Matt Ryan didn't buy into the system anymore. These owners of this teams, these guys are very. When they come down, you're gonna play by the rules or you don't. And when you don't play by their rules, look, your career get really short. Short.
And to make matters worse, Arthur Blank is the head of the Players Association.
Mm-hmm.
So he sit at the head of the table. He don't seem like it, but he sit at the head of the table in both instances.
Not Arthur Blank, is Rich McKay who sit up there.
Oh, no, Arthur is the head. He's the head of the Owners Association.
Yeah,
Rich McKay is he's a head of the NFL competition committee. So we got two bosses right there in both sides.
Right. So you got to think with us having that kind of power and sitting up there, they got a responsibility to literally clean up their act.
Mm-hmm.
You can't represent those two associations like that with having a dirty team. They're not gonna do it because you got to think. Look at where the NFL is going. We're in Germany now. You can't have stuff when you start going to these other countries.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna have it.
You can't have a criminal record to even see. That's another thing too. The Falcons are one of those teams that the NFL has chosen to represent them overseas. And what a lot of people don't know, if you go over there with any type of record pending civil cases and things of that nature, like you can't get a passport. The league is trying to grow internationally. You can't go over there with pending cases. You can't go over there with, all these and that's another thing where people, like I said, people just totally disregard these types of things. This is why, drafting a guy like Jalen Carter in this particular instance, and he may be completely 100% not guilty, but it's the fact that that dark cloud is over his head.
Yeah, because you got to understand right now, let's just say if the NFL season was to start today and Philly had to play overseas, Jalen Carter got to sit.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. The federal government is not going to let him go to another country because they consider that a flight risk. They're not going to let him go at all. He will not play. I don't care how good he is. So you wouldn't see him until you may see him on the first couple games, and then during that time when they overseas, he will be right here.
And we've seen this plenty of times. A lot of you guys have had court cases. I'm sure everybody have court cases. I have court cases myself, but these the government could decide. They can tell you, all right, the court case is on the 12th. Well, they can turn around and change it on you in a heartbeat, and then you have to show up when they say, or you are considered quote unquote a flight risk, or you duck in court.
Yep. They're gonna put a bench warrant out on you.
They're gonna put a warrant. So this is one of the reasons why that you don't want to have these cases and things looming over guys. This is why you don't want to have a Henry Ruggs situation looming over your head.
Now, Atlanta Falcons fan, he cannot get clear to go overseas. Not when it's considered, not when it has something to do in relation to a murder case. He can't do it. They're not gonna let him do it. It ain't. If it's a civil matter, something like a judgment or something. Yeah, that's not. But anything that's criminal, like to that degree, they're not. No, it's a flight risk. They're not gonna let him go. They're not gonna. They're not. He's no, they're not gonna let him go. Nope.
Hey, but look, they didn't clear that case on him though. He good.
Yeah, they did. But see,
they pushed him down to a misdemeanor, and he was good on that. They didn't clear that out. So if they did have to go over there, he'll be able to.
This is the legal system, bro. They can get new evidence at any given time, and these we've seen them before. somebody, a new person come up and say, "Well, I got new evidence on you. Let's reach out." It's never out. It's never out of the picture. It's never out of the picture. We got some people that's like I said, these people thrive on things like this, and this is why, like I said before, yes, I believe personally that Jalen Carter is innocent of this. Yes, I believe that he deserves a second chance and to be deemed innocent and looked as innocent. But at the end of the day, that dark cloud is over your head, bro.
Yeah, right now though, right now he's dealing with the same thing that the other cat is. It's just straight up. Now it's like, okay, we're gonna see how much we can get. That's where they at right now. When you dealing with the civil matter, they trying to see how much they can get, depending on his contract. Why you think they tried to take Watson down to the wire on his money? You didn't hear you didn't hear a bunch of allegations come out until that money was until his contract was revealed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, I'm not going no deeper than that. You already know, but you just, if you paid attention, that's when it blew up. And he ain't no different. He's no different. But I wanted to go back.
Oh, let's get OG Chauncey.
Yeah, OG. Let's get OG. Yeah.
OG, what you got, man?
Oh, I'm just enjoying. I'm enjoying listening, brothers.
Man, you full of crap, man. Get on here and talk, man.
Listen, man. Giving honor to God. God is good.
God is good. Amen.
All the time, bro.
Hey, man, look here, man. We got some heavy hitters on here, man. we got the magician Wambi on here. And go to hell.
Hey, all day long.
Before he tell me that.
All day long. Even twice on Sunday.
But
man, Mike, what up, big dog?
Not much. Not much.
And is that the sixth man over there?
The sixth man is sleep. Okay, he sleep.
He had a BlackBerry moment.
Who I'm missing over there?
Big Will.
Big Will.
Huh? Is that Big Will?
Yeah, Big Will.
Big Will. What up, that big homie?
Now,
What
OG.
it do, man?
OG, I got a question for you. I know it's gonna ruffle your feathers and everything. So that's why I'm glad you're on here. But like I said earlier today, man, we were talking about Cowherd and his wishy-washy antics once again. You know how you say put taking his foot out his ass and putting it in his mouth. But it's amazing how he can lean. He leans heavily on, Aaron Rodgers' nuts, but then they want to sit up there and say, well, just because we played Jacksonville in week 4, that's going to be an easy win, and then turn around and say, well, that we're going to be a warm-up for the Jets. Let me get your take on that.
We're going to be a warm-up for the Jets for Jacksonville?
No. We're going to be a warm-up for the Jets because they now have Aaron Rodgers. And week 4, when we play Jacksonville in London, that should be easy for Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. So they're implying that we're gonna get our ass whooped by the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be actually they're looking ahead of. They're looking past us to play the Jets. Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty much. But mind you, we were told that earlier we got an easy schedule.
Easy schedule in football, what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess. Hey, man, I guess we got to show up and play, huh? Got to show up and play, I guess.
Oh,
I guess a storybook ending for Colin Cow turd. I mean, y'all know what I mean.
You mean Cowballs?
I guess the storybook ending is for the Jaguars to decimate the Falcons and former number 1 overall pick in Georgia Bulldog Walker gets 3 sacks, and former Atlanta Falcon Calvin Ridley catches 2 touchdown passes, and former high school football player of the year Sunshine throws for 4 touchdowns. But you know what's going to be the deciding factor?
What?
Drake in London.
Mm.
Oh man!
How you put that?
Oh, how about that?
How dare you make sense, OG? How dare you?
Drake
I
comes
like how
through.
you put that.
Drake comes through in London.
Drake in London. I like how you put that.
How about that?
And you know what, OG?
About that boy OG dropping gems on him.
I mean, y'all just missed. And see, OG, he shared one of y'all without even y'all thinking about it, because he brought up Calvin Ridley, and I was going somewhere with that. See, what it sounds like to me is y'all saying we're gonna get beat by the Jaguars because it's supposed to be some kind of a get back memorabilia game.
Man, ain't no.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Listen, man. Do I need to buzz OG Big Sam in here? I don't think y'all want me to do that now.
Hey, you ain't gotta do that, but don't give up that sideline. Make him go inside.
Hey, OG, right? Hey, OG, right now. This is the impromptu Angry Birds edition, bro. Look, we ain't worried. If he need to come in here with the glove on, with the gauntlet, I'm good.
Oh no, gloves coming off with OG Big Sam when it comes to Cowherd 18, as he called him.
Oh yeah, I know.
And if it's one person that can get him, they can get a rise out of him, it's his grumpy OG brother.
Yeah, he's not lying, man.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
What up, Blackberry? Glad you could join us on this Angry Birds edition.
Blackberry,
what's happening? OG, what's up with you, bro?
you go to hell, Blackberry. That's my dog, that Blackberry.
I'm already there.
Man. Glad you could make it on, man. Like I said, man, go ahead and jump in, man.
What up, Mike? What up, Will? What's happening, y'all?
What
good,
man?
Look, man, come on and jump in on the foolishness, man. You know, we were talking about Cowherd, man, and his takes, man. He, with his double-minded self, gonna sit up here. You know, he already perpetuating, the easy schedule. Now we supposed to get beat down by the Jaguars and I guess walk through like Sukihana with the Jets because they got Aaron Rodgers. Please teach these people something at the pool pit, please.
Well, Colin Cowherd, I'm not gonna lie. I've always enjoyed watching Colin Cowherd. I actually like Colin. But something Colin does that irritates the hell out of even people that like him is that he has an opinion that you can tell is not authentic. He doesn't have authentic opinions. Like you can tell his opinions are solely based off of reputations. His opinions are solely based off of things he's seen in the past and not things that are currently going on. So in a sense, it's not authentic because truly every season is a different season. Every team the next year after is different. Even if the same personnel is there, there's going to be differences about that team if you do the proper homework, do the proper scouting, do the proper analysis of that said team in its current stages, then you can then have a valid opinion about the team. But Colin Cowherd doesn't do that. Colin Cowherd is a guy who's going solely off of reputation, what's been done in the past, what he's seen in the past, and whether or not somebody on that team he knows personally or somebody that he truly likes that's on that team. If
Here's my
these things do not come into an alignment for Colin Cowherd, then his takes are solely based off of non-authentication.
well, the thing about it, here's my problem with Cowherd. And believe it or not, I kind of like listening to him too. And one of the reasons why I like listening to him because I'd be thinking, okay, what kind of bullshit he gonna come up with today? He's not
Right.
Yep.
Like you say, he's not authentic, and his takes are very, very, very off the grid. Like I made a mention a couple of days ago about the analogy that he gave about Matt Ryan's MVP season, comparing it to a spike year for a real estate agent. I'm like, Colin, you really,
I seen that.
Come on.
you really reaching with that. Like, I'm like, them gorilla arms he got reaching with that. I'm like, bro. He basically said, take away Matt Ryan's MVP year, and he's Andy Dalton. Bro, get out of here, bro.
Sir.
I mean,
Bro,
that's what Cowherd do. So I'm not surprised to hear that take. You know, I'm not surprised to hear that take from Colin Cowherd. And you know, Colin Cowherd is a person that we always say. You know how you always say, once a person show you who they is, believe them and never get mad at them. Once they show you again, that's Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's him.
I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm like you. It's typical, but my only thing that irritates me is when you put your fandom against journalism.
Oh, he's gonna do.
Yeah, because
That's him.
I
And
can
Skip.
see.
That's him and Skip Bayless.
Yeah, but see, and reason why I say it's fandom because, like I said, he know the taste of Aaron Rodgers' fart before we do, but he can't tell you how many wins the Falcons made. And then on top of that, only thing you can say the Falcons did was get Bijan Robinson or you clown Ritter. That's all you know.
That was very disrespectful. I'll be back.
I'm saying he could tell you whether it's broccoli or beanies and weenies. He could tell you if it's Aaron Rodgers, but he couldn't tell you what the Falcons' colors was. I guarantee you, if it came down to it.
Let me ask you this. Well, but before I say this, let me ask this question. Who's the kind of, he used to be a little chubby white boy that used to be on NFL Network, used to be on the show with the chick in what's his name?
I know you're talking about. That dude got a girl name. What the name is?
Yeah, it's like a girly German name.
Oh, what that man? I know
But
you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's Swarovski or something like that. It'll come to me. But
I know you're talking about.
this guy used to have genuine takes about the Falcons back when when Julio was still in his heyday. And back when the Falcons were building a little bit with Julio and Matt Ryan, like the 2014 through 2017 season, this guy had genuine takes because he actually covered the Falcons. He would actually go to the facility. He would actually talk to the coaches. He would actually talk to the players. So when I would watch NFL Network, he would have genuine takes. And over time, I just noticed that guy started phasing out. Out. And then all of a sudden I started seeing him doing guest appearances on shows again because he was getting a good buzz in sports media. And I started seeing him again. I started seeing him in articles and stuff, and he was back on NFL Network constantly. And I noticed that when that happened, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but his take started sounding. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
His take started his take started sounding very non-authentic.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped covering the team. So he started doing exactly what Cowherd does now, which is pretty much just go off of what the team has done in the past and not what they're currently doing. And it was always, well, it's the Falcons. You know, he started talking like guys like what's his name? The dude that used to be running back for the Rams back in the day. He used to start saying it, talking like this. It's the Falcons. It's the Falcons. And then I was like, oh, so now I see why your work coming along now, because you're starting to do the popular thing in the media instead of having a genuine take on teams, i.e. the Falcons.
Right.
It's popular within the media to say something negative about the Falcons because we're supposed to be that kick around team for the media and for the NFL fan base. We're supposed to be that team that everybody can go laugh at. You want a good laugh? Go laugh at the Falcons. You want to hear some good jokes about about one of these NFL teams? There's a lot of 28-3 jokes on Twitter. It's a lot of Michael Vick jokes on Twitter. It's a lot of Marcus Mariota jokes. Just you want somebody to laugh at. The Falcons is the team laugh at, and he started catering to that narrative.
Now,
but
now side note, Braves and tied it up. It's 2-2.
Cool. But before I let you finish, Blackberry, what I want to get to this $4.99, and we get a chance, we can get back to that $1.99. But it says Sports Center, ESPN, Fox Sports, and the rest of them so good. How they didn't see Cincinnati coming, but now they're all on the Bengals. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But see, it's not about them not seeing. They have these preconceived notions based on who they like, and Mike alluded to it back in the day. It's
Peter
about
Schrader,
who they like.
that's what his name was, Peter Schrader.
Yeah, Peter Schrader. Yeah,
and just the same way
that ain't the one I was talking about. Then he ain't got the girl name. It was another one.
Yeah, the same way they gave all that flack about about Jalen Hurts, and you see where he ended up. But what I said too, and a lot of people, it went over a lot of people's heads. You notice Jalen went to the Super Bowl and didn't win, but did nobody crucify him for it. Nobody crucified him for it. But I got another topic I want to bring up, and I want to get all y'all's takes on.
Are you speaking of Jalen Carter or
No, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this one right here. Appreciate the $1.99. He said another artwork piece coming. Drake in London. He said, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you, man. But I was also listening to another person of interest. Y'all know him. Oh gosh, he's on Locked On Sports. He's I call him John Fuckery because that's exactly what I feel like. He had the nerve to say today that
I like Chuckery, man. I like Chuckery.
Yeah, but today,
Don't listen to Chauncey. He love anybody that don't like Trae Young. All right.
No, that don't have nothing to do with it, Michael.
But what got me was, and I want to get y'all take on what got me was what he said today was,
wow.
In order for us
wow.
to get to the
payback, motherfucker, payback, motherfucker.
Don't laugh at that shit,
I can't with y'all, man. I cannot with y'all.
Don't laugh at that shit.
No, he been giving me hell today.
No, see, I ain't even bothered.
See, he been giving me hell.
See, Mike,
I'm laughing at both of y'all.
I'm trying to be Christian. I'm trying to be Christian. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get this $1.99 from Brian Peoples. He said, yeah, hey, Blackberry. He said that was Eric Dickerson trashing us. Appreciate that $1.99, Brian Peoples.
Eric Dickerson, a former Falcon, though.
That's crazy. I guess he mad because he didn't get that extra $2 million.
Yeah,
he still been crying about that same $2 million that the Falcons didn't pay him.
Right. But John Chuckery comes up and he says, in order for the Falcons to get into the postseason, that we have to score a minimum every game we have to score no less than 26 points. And in my mind, I find that highly irregular and off base, because if that's the case, what the hell is the defense for? Because if the defense holds you to 3 points the entire game, what do I need to go out there and put up 26 points every game just to get to the postseason? So I'm gonna start off with Mike, and then I'm gonna go around. So Mike, what's your take on that? Because I find that highly irregular and incorrect. But that's just me. So I could be wrong, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Go. Give me your take on that, Mike.
So this is why I have an issue. All right. So we look at offenses where they have a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just take as a matter of fact, let me look at some numbers real quick. So all right, here we go. We have the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna say 6. The top 6 teams in the NFL, as far as the points is concerned: Kansas City 29-2, Philadelphia 28-1, Dallas Cowboys 27-5, Buffalo 28-4, and then you have Detroit at 26-6, San Francisco 26-5, Minnesota 24-9, Kansas City, but Cincinnati 26. So are we gonna sit here and pretend like we have a better offense than the Cincinnati? And all these teams were over 26 points a game. All right, according to his take. So Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia has Jalen Hurts and that offensive line. Dallas Cowboys have an established quarterback in Dak Prescott. And then you have Buffalo with Josh Allen up there. And then you have Detroit. I don't know if that's an outline year for them. That's still to be determined. But Jared Goff at this point in time, is he more consistent than Desmond Ridder? I'm not sure. Then San Francisco, I think they, Kyle Shanahan is who he is. But all these teams that I just named, all of them have established quarterbacks. So the reason why I'm saying this is because why the fuck are you saying that the Falcons have to score 26 points a game without an established quarterback? Why are we putting these expectations on a team that doesn't have an established quarterback? See, this is why I say these are some stupid motherfuckers. And I'm gonna take the word out of OG Chauncey's mouth. He always say this. What's that saying, OG?
Dumb motherfucker.
Dumb motherfuckers. Dumb motherfuckers. No, I'm talking about them Lamar Sanford, them overly smart dumb
Overly
motherfuckers.
smart dumb motherfuckers.
This is what we talk about. It don't take a genius to understand this. So you want to put an expectation on an offense that doesn't have an established quarterback, but every team that I just named right there have that. But we want to say the Falcons should be scoring 26 points a game without an established quarterback. This is what I'm talking about being reasonable. Make it make sense.
That part.
And that's the greatest quote in the universe right there is overly smart, dumb motherfuckers.
I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
Big Will, what's your take on?
I'll say this. Well, for
All
one,
right, refresh what you talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, I got you next, OG.
bad.
Big Will, we're saying that pretty much John Chuckery said that in order for the Falcons to get into the postseason, that they should score at least the bare minimum should be 26 points a game.
Okay, now I know. Okay, he ain't the first one to say that.
He ain't the first one that said that. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
a lot of
But-
folks got speculation on what we need to do to win the game, but from my recalling, you still win the game if you win 9-6 or if you win 30
Right.
to 28, right? You still get a
Wait,
W, right?
Yes, sir.
Hold
Still
on.
get a W,
Big
right?
Will, could you say that again slower for the people that's on that's buffering right now? For the people that's brains is buffering.
Oh, okay. We're gonna say it in the Coke fashion. You
Fam.
still win the game if it's 9-6 or is it 30 to 28? It's still a W in that win column. It's still a W. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I
One
mean,
of
like,
these.
either you gonna be with the team or you not. You know what you got for the folks who not. That transfer portal always open, boy. You tell me, believe me when I tell you it's always open.
That transfer
Mhm.
portal.
Go ahead, hit that hole.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You mean this right here?
Slide right into that bitch just like he doing.
I'm talking about it's nice and moist too. It's nice and moist.
That's it.
Nice
Throw
and moist.
your swim cap on and jump head first in that mother.
Okay, OG, and then Blackberry, we'll get to you. Okay, OG, what was you about to say on the topic?
Well, first, Michael, I've never heard Chuckery criticize Trey Young. I've never heard that. I want to get that part off. Secondly, Chuckery will say
Me
some
either. I
crazy,
just wanted to say that. That's
Chuckery will say some crazy shit, and this is one of those. How after watching this offseason, watching the moves in this offseason, how can you come up with the Falcons got to score 26 points a game to win football games? And looking at what we did in the offseason, alone improves. I'm going to safely say, how many points a game our defense gave up last year? Does it? Anybody? One of you analytic guys?
it was around. Hold on, I can get the exact numbers, but it was around 24, 25, somewhere in there.
Is it safe to say he's improved? Mr. Fontenot done improved his defense by at least 3 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why we need 26?
See,
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand where Chuckery is coming from. But like I said, I do admit he will say some crazy shit. And this is one of the times he said some crazy shit. But you know, I think somebody alluded to it. A lot of folks can't get.
Oh wow! So it was actually 22 points a game. 22-7.
Check this out. Folk got to understand. We ain't playing for style point. This ain't college. This professional.
And not only that, folks got to get out of their PTSD. I talk about this every year. A lot of people in our fan base, and all of our fan base, Falcons, Hawks, well, not so much Braves, because the Braves been giving us a little, juice the last few years. But Falcons, Hawks, look, man, they got PTSD. Like you go to thinking about what can go wrong, will go wrong, or what happened in yesteryear. Man, if a lot of our people in our illustrious fan base and our overly smart, dumbass fan base can't see if you can't see the vision, something wrong with you.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what to say. And listen, people who so caught up in the quarterback position. Let's say we go off let's just hypothetically say we go off what Ritter did in 4 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
What is the key thing that he did in 4 games last year, or he did not do in the 4 games?
Ooh, I know.
Oh, that's easy. That's real easy.
Turn
Go
the
ahead.
ball over.
He
That's
did
it,
not
right?
turn the ball over.
Not once.
He took care of he took care of the freaking football. That's all we asked. Take care of the football. He take care of the football. Now, are we expecting him to go 17 games without a turnover? Let's be realistic, folks.
Right.
He's going to go 17 games without a turnover. He's going to have a couple of head scratcher moments, folks. Let's be realistic. But
Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. You heard OG. We said this. We said this last year, game 5 or 6, when y'all was begging for Ritter. We told y'all he gonna do rookie things. Pay attention. OG giving you hints again.
so when he has those head scratcher moments, no reason to have panic attacks. And I was saying the same thing. You know, I was one of the guys saying just leave Mariota there for the whole 17, and then evaluate him or whatever, and then keep it pushing. But they had other plans. That's fine. But he keep the head scratcher moments down and keep the turnover down to 10 or less, we're going to host a home playoff game, folks.
There you go.
It's just that simple.
All right. Well, what I want to do now, I want to get over to Blackberry, and then we're going to get to Ant. Then a little bit, we're going to start winding it down. But Blackberry, what's your take on that, man?
Get him, Blackberry. Get him, Blackberry.
Well, it's an indictment on Nielsen and the defense, the comments he made. And I just want to point out a couple things to some folks. First, Nielsen is the reason for that defense being what it was in New Orleans. That's one. His influence to players, his cachet, his energy. Players migrate to Nielsen because he has a fiery, personality, and he has an aggressive mannered approach to the defensive side of the ball. And those are the types of players he's going to attract. I want to just call out some stuff to y'all. I want to call out some names to y'all. These are some additions to the team this offseason. Calais Campbell, of course.
Yep.
Joe Gaziano.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We drafted Zach Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
David Onimata.
Mm-hmm.
David Anini. And I actually know a little bit about that dude. He's actually he played at Houston. That dude is pretty damn good. I don't know if he's gonna make the team or not, but he's pretty good. Young guy, 23. Tay Davis, Bud Dupree, Caden Ellis, Mike Jones Jr.
Mike Jones!
Mike Hughes, Jeff Okuda.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna stop right there. This is the whole point to this. I just named guys whose approach to the defensive side of the ball is aggressive and with a dog mentality. Okay? And we got a lot of additions to this defense that on paper, because like we say, it's still some football got to be played. But on paper, we got enough proven guys on this defense, like Calais Campbell, like Eddie Goldman, okay, like Jesse Bates, like Grady Jerry, like Caden Ellis, Onimata. These guys are proven in the league for being able to do the damn job. And they are proven to do the damn job. I do not know why in the blue hell somebody that's been covering this team the way John Chuckery has would fix it in his mouth to say that we have to score 26 points to win football games. Because on paper, this defense should be the most stout defense in the NFC South bar none,
Mm-hmm.
without a shadow of a doubt. If this team does not be a top 12 defense, somewhere between top 9, top 12, if this defense isn't somewhere towards the middle of the pack, that would be underachieving for this defense, considering the proven talent, the proven personnel that they have acquired in this offseason, including the coaching, including Nielsen, including Jerry Gray. You got too many proven names on paper that would indicate that this defense got 5 times better than it did last season. Now, the other thing I want to point out is this. We get caught up in reputations too much in the media. The media gets caught up in reputation. It's not enough media folks that do the actual work to know a team inside and out to give a proper analysis of the team. It's just not enough. And as far as Atlanta teams being covered, it's like a toss up for them. It's like, oh, I got Atlanta on my list today to cover. I'm just gonna go to some sources on Google and I'll get my information from there. As opposed to if it was the New Orleans Saints, the damn skanks, they'll fly their ass to damn New Orleans. Go have a powwow with the damn team, with the organization.
Mm-hmm.
This is the type of disrespect this team and all Atlanta teams outside of the Braves, actually, to be real. This is the type of disrespect we get in the media.
Facts.
When we're finally a topic on ESPN, on First Take, it's always centered around a negative narrative, as opposed to somebody on that damn network actually doing the due justice for this team and getting proper analysis on the team. The fact that these some bitches don't even know our record last year says a lot.
Facts.
So for it to come from our own, for a comment like that to come from a guy who I actually value his input and output, I'm disappointed.
Facts. All right, well, Big Ant, let's go ahead and get your take, man, and we're gonna get ready to start winding it down and everything. Glad you guys tuned in. But yeah, Big Ant, give us your take, man. Let them know what you're thinking about.
Well, I've stated this on numerous occasions. One, how can we expect the media that's national and local to respect us when we got fans in our own fan base that won't even respect us?
Thanks.
How? And then also, I had alluded to this earlier. I don't see how, okay, our defense was one of the best, and I'm keep alluding to this, was one of the best at giving up points in the second half of games this whole season. But you telling me that's not going to translate from season to season? Like, after we got better,
it was 22.7 points a game. That's around the average. The NFL average, as far as offense is concerned, is around 20 to 21 points a game. That's the average.
3 touchdowns a game.
So they were in every single game. Like I said, that's the NFL scoring average per team is around 20 points a game. They want each team to, for the most part, this is what Rich McKay kind of expanded on. they want scoring for both teams in said games to be a little bit over 41 to 43 points a game. So each team got about 20 points, about 21 to 22 points to score each game. And the Falcons gave up the average. Even in a down year where they didn't have a lot of sacks. So this is what Blackbeard was talking about when you have a David Onyemata, when you have a Calais Campbell, you have a Grady Jerry, you have a Caden Ellison, on a Ebiketie, Ogum Deji, you have a Lorenzo Carter. These guys can give you those numbers when it comes down to a sack. So you start getting those sacks, and then like even if the Falcons, let's just say the Falcons do what they did last year, as far as the defense is concerned, give up 22 points a game. The Falcons are still, I believe personally, offensively, they're good enough to score over 23 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I don't.
21
This
and
is
a
why
half.
I don't understand. This is why I don't understand why people are looking at that 8.5 like it's unattainable. The Falcons, if you just do your homework and just look at the numbers are telling you exactly that they are capable of. And this is why the line is at 8.5 right now for the Falcons.
All they
Can I?
got to do is look at the facts in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
what did the Saints defense do up on the Ryan Nielsen?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. Hold on one second.
We know for a fact. We faced them enough. We know
They
for a
Mhm.
fact what they
They
did.
attacked.
Yep.
They rushed up the gut and they attacked the middle of the field.
Matter of fact, they need to go check out that breakdown by top billing of that boy Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
you
sir.
tell me what you see.
Please go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Shout
Todd
out to
Dillon
Big
had us
Ant.
up.
Shout out to Big Ant for pointing that out.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
You
ready?
tell me
Y'all
what
ready
you
for
see
this?
in that boy.
Y'all
Go
ready
ahead,
for this?
Blackberry.
Go ahead,
All
man.
right. So our offense averaged 21.5 points a game last season. The Saints offense averaged 19.4,
Oh,
and their opponent averaged 20.3. Our opponents averaged 22.7. Now,
2 points.
there's another stat I want y'all to pay close attention to, and y'all gonna be able to piece this together when I say this. Total touchdowns for the Skanks was 37.
Mm-hmm.
Their opponents 35.
Mm.
For the Falcons, hold on, let me get back to my screen.
Let me get it together.
Total touchdown for the Falcons, we got 38.
oh,
Opponent 41. So I don't know why it's so far-fetched to think that
How dare you?
that we
How
were
dare
that
you?
far that far away.
wait.
How
Wait,
dare
Blackberry,
you?
This team
Black,
better defensively, bro.
How dare
Blackberry,
you?
Blackberry. You just kicked over the collection plate, and people trying to get the money they just gave back. You mean to tell me? And we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. But you mean to tell me that if our defense had made more stops, that number of the opponents would be less. Therefore, our wins would have been more. Are you saying that? Because you're basically telling me that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. See, because I figured that's what you were saying. Because for us to have to score 26 points a game is really not a bar. Because if your defense, like I said, holds teams to a field goal or a touchdown per game, you win. We had the same conversation where we said Matt Ryan could put up 30 points and the other team will put up 31.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why? Because we did not have a defense. And Mike and Blackberry just went over a
Goodness.
portion of our defensive roster.
Just a
You
portion.
know why,
Just a
Warren?
portion.
You know why, Warren? Because we was tired. We had no depth. Grady
That
Jarrett
part.
was out there almost every play, getting triple teamed. He's tired out there. But guess what we
I'm
got this year?
rotation.
We got depth.
We got
Yep.
depth, bro.
Oh, we got a whole lot of depth. And
I
we
mean-
got competition. So we ain't got to just throw you out there because we ain't got no choice. We gonna throw the best man out there.
What basically happened in this offseason is Terry Fontenot, he gave a guy who had a decent defense as far as numbers go. He gave him more talent, and he gave him a better offense to work with. Our offense was better than the Skanks' offense last season.
Still
Scored more
is.
touchdowns, average more points. They had the defense. So we got the defense. We already had the offense, y'all. We just had to protect the damn ball.
And when we looking at the defense for the Saints, we got to think about Ryan Nelson took over the pass rushing part. You had Allen out there calling the plays. So you got to think about what did that line do? What did that front seven do? What did you see them do? Game. You seen them do stunts. You know what I'm saying? You seen them do nothing but pass rush, bro.
Right.
They had consistent pass rush. Now Nelson didn't have control of the scoring, but he had control of that pass rush. How many sacks them boy had?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Look,
what you
man.
got to think about.
Well, look, man. Like I said, this is all some good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and start to wrap it up. But what I want y'all to do, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Rex Pit. I'm sure my brothers are gonna go ahead. They're gonna expound on this more. So, like I said, make sure you stay tuned. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hey, like I said, this is the impromptu Angry Bird session right now. But hey, listen. Blackberry, y'all going on at 6, correct? Tomorrow?
6:30. New start time, 6:30 Eastern
6:30.
Daylight Time.
Okay. And also make sure you tune in to Champagne Confessions at 8 with Miss Maggie and the ladies. Like I said, get some good gems of knowledge over there. Get to talk about, mental health is very important. But hey, AFN, Mad Mike Sports, Blackberry Lorex, Grumpy OGs. Listen, man, I'm the therapist ATL. We out, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and make sure you tune in tomorrow. Hey. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Good night, you all. All.